Hey, welcome. Today we're diving into a really cool mental framework called the 2026 Quantum Shift. Now, you can think of this as a much needed upgrade for your own internal operating system, one that's designed to help you not just survive, but actually thrive in this crazy, fast changing world we're all in. So let's just jump right in with a question for you. Is your mindset, the way you think and operate every day, really built for where we are right now and where we're headed? It's a simple question, I know, but the answer, well, that's at the core of everything we're about to unpack. All right, so the first big idea here is something called the 2026 paradigm. And what it suggests is that a lot of us are navigating this super high-tech future, but we're running on really outdated mental code. It's kind of like trying to run the latest AI software on a computer you bought back in the 90s. It just doesn't work right. And this slide, this really lays out that mismatch perfectly. On one side, you've got our 21st century world, right? We're talking artificial intelligence, instant global connection, even space exploration. But on the other side, well, that's the mental code we often default to. It's our genetic programming, the conditioning we got growing up, and all of our past experiences. You can see there's a huge gap there. So here's the bottom line. The problem isn't the world outside. The problem is the internal programming we're using to deal with it. This genetic and environmental code we're running was written for a totally different time, a different world, and yet for many of us, it's still running the show on autopilot. So, how do we even begin to understand this internal programming? Well, this framework gives us a super simple but really powerful metaphor to help us visualize what's going on inside our own heads. Let's break it down. It's called the stick person. And I know, it looks simple, right? But don't let that fool you. This is an incredible model for understanding the relationship between the two different parts of your mind and how they connect to your body and your results. Okay, first up, you have the conscious mind. Think of this as your educated mind. This is the part of you that goes to school, reads books, watches explainers like this one. Its job is to gather information, to think, and to reason. It's all about the what and the why. But then you have the subconscious mind. And this is the emotional mind. And this part is absolutely key because this is the part that controls all your habits, your feelings, and your automatic actions. See, while the conscious mind learns, it's the subconscious that actually does. It is the engine that's driving your results every single day. And that brings us to this really core idea. The body is an instrument of the mind. Specifically, it's an instrument of the subconscious mind. You gotta get this. Whatever program is running in your subconscious gets expressed through your body's actions, and it's those actions that create your reality. Okay, so if we're running on old code and our subconscious is the one in charge, how in the world do we change things? Well, the solution is in a specific mental toolkit that, believe it or not, we all have. The big shift we have to make is this. We have to move from living our lives based entirely on our 5 physical senses, what we can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch, to consciously using our 6 higher faculties. This is all about going from just reacting to the outside world to actively creating our reality from the inside out. And here they are. These are your 6 higher faculties: perception, will, reason, imagination, memory, and intuition. Now, these are the keys to the kingdom because they operate beyond the physical world. They are literally the tools you use to impress a new idea, a new future onto your subconscious mind. Think about it. Your imagination isn't limited by what's happening right now. It lets you build the future you want right here in your mind. And your will? That's the faculty that lets you focus on that future, holding it steady until your subconscious finally accepts it as the new program. Okay, so that's the theory. But what about the real world? How do you actually use these tools to start rewriting that mental code? Well, the framework suggests one really simple, tangible thing you can do. It's called the 2026 Goal Card. And it's so simple. Step 1, get a small card, like an index card. Step 2, write your most important goal on it. Easy, right? But how you write it, well, that changes everything. You have to write your goal in the present tense, starting with this exact phrase, I am so happy and grateful now that, and then you state your goal as if it's already a done deal. The whole reason for this specific wording is to bypass your analytical, conscious mind and speak directly to your emotional, subconscious mind in a language it understands. So when you boil it all down, what's the big takeaway here? It's all about making a conscious shift. It's about moving from being a reactor, someone who just plays out old automatic programming, to becoming an intentional creator, someone who is actively writing the code for a new reality. And that really leaves us with one final thought. I want you to take a moment and just ask yourself, honestly, what code are you running on? And maybe more importantly, what code do you want to write for your future?